Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are here at the Rio Botanical Garden and I have a guest, a very special guest. This is my nephew Mateo. You want to say hi?
Hi.
He's being a little camera shy, but today Mateo and I and my brother and sister-in-law Sergey, we are going to be taking a tour of the garden and we are going to bring you along. There's so much to cover, so much to see. I'll give you a little bit of history on the garden, but it's just absolutely magical. It's alive with so much nature and birds and monkeys and just a variety of animals. And the pond, they have a pond and they have what do they have in the pond? Fish, right? Yeah. So big fish. So we're gonna see big fish, we're gonna see huge trees, we're gonna see flowers. What else? Grass.
Oh, and signs.
Signs, there's gonna be signs, and what else?
Monkeys.
Monkeys. So we're gonna see some monkeys today as well. So let's just jump right in.
Yeah, they might teach you monkeys.
Oh, they might teach you monkeys. All right, so we're just gonna jump right in. Go. So before we jump in, let me just give you a few fun facts about this garden. So the Botanical Garden of Rio is one of Brazil's most iconic landmarks and is a vital hub for conservation, research, and recreation. It was actually founded in 1808 by King John VI of Portugal, and the garden was initially established to acclimate and cultivate exotic plants brought from other parts of the world, particularly spices like nutmeg, cinnamon, and black pepper. The garden spans approximately 350 acres, just to give you an idea of how huge the space is. And it's at the base of Corcovado Mountain with the stunning views of the Christ the Redeemer, which I will show you guys. It's absolutely amazing. It's also home to over 6,500 species of plants, including many rare and endangered species. The towering imperial palm trees that you guys are seeing right now, these were planted when the garden was founded and are amongst the most iconic features of this entire garden. If you guys ever get the opportunity to come out here, it is worth coming to Brazil just to see this garden because it is so unbelievable. Like the first time I came, which was last year, I cried because it was so stunning. And just to know the history of like these trees and some of the preservation projects that they have going in the research, it's just absolutely incredible. And when you walk in, all you hear is just birds and just the most beautiful sounds. And oh, Mateo found a coconut. Let's see. Did you already find a coconut?
Yeah, I found out.
Oh, did you pick it up over there?
Yeah.
Nice. So this is what I mean. There's just so much beauty to see here. And what I want you guys to also pay attention to is just the trunks of some of these trees. We're going to try to get closer to some of them, but you'll see it's just like, I don't know, it's something out of a fairy tale. It's unbelievably beautiful.
I got it on my finger.
Oh, did you get a little ant? Let's see. Is he tickling you?
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the cool things about this place is you will find crews working around the clock maintaining the grounds. It's absolutely beautiful. It's so clean. It's so neat. And there's just so much unexpected things that you'll see here. Like all of a sudden you'll just see monkeys coming down or some beautiful birds or just these wild, beautiful birds of paradise flowers. We are going to be going into an orchid house and it's unbelievably beautiful. There's also like a little bee sanctuary over there that we saw last year. So there's just so much to see here. I mean, it's so big. It's overwhelmingly big. This is not a palm tree. It's just my tall brother. He's 6'6". We always tease our younger brother because he plays basketball. And we always joke that like, well, you got the jumps, but you didn't get the height like Thiago did. Just look at how beautiful this is. Absolutely beautiful. And the other thing that I love is you'll find these like these stonework everywhere and these beautiful fountains. There's actually one over there that we're gonna walk by, but we just spotted a jackfruit tree. So let me show you guys what that looks like. So look at this. These are jackfruit. And I don't know if you guys have ever eaten jackfruit. They do have a very, very strong, pungent smell, but I personally actually enjoy eating them. And they just grow wild like this on these trees. And we actually have seen several of them in the city as well. So the nice thing about the garden is it has really wide paths, and you can also do like a guided tour, or you can pay extra and then this golf cart will pick you up at multiple stops, and they run every 15 minutes. So if you truly want to see everything, that is the best way to go, because like I said, there's just so much ground to cover. So if you do come out here, just plan to spend several hours if you really want to get the full experience of just how incredible this is. They also have information about the palms, these imperial palms. And the way they have it set out is there's just different little pathways that kind of meets at the center of these little areas. So it almost feels like there's garden rooms everywhere throughout this garden, which makes it feel intimate, which is incredible for being, 350 acres. Check out this beautiful fountain. Isn't that so stunning? Can you imagine having this in your garden? How incredible is this? And just look at the water lilies. There's so many of them here. It's unbelievable and like nothing I've ever seen. One other feature that I love is you're going to see these alleys of arbors everywhere, and they're so magnificent. And they're everywhere. It's so, so beautiful and so like well thought. It's just, so stunning, you guys. Oh, there goes the little cart. I want to show you guys this tree over here so you can kind of see just how large it is. It's absolutely incredible. I'm gonna see if my brother can stand in front of it so you can see just how big it is. And remember, he's 6'6", so just to give you an idea. Chiag, will you stand here so they can see how big it is? Look at this. Look at how enormous. He's like, who, me? Just so you guys can get a picture, an idea of how big these roots are. And this is not the biggest tree here. So just a visual representation. Thank you for modeling for us. Wow, this is so incredible. Wow, it's like peeling. Wow, that's incredible. Here's our first view of the Christ all the way up there. Just stunning. And we're gonna go to this first greenhouse over here. Right. Look at how beautiful this is. Olá, tudo bem e vocês? Ok. Essas plantas são... Tem alguma coisa especial delas?
Todo tipo de samambaia.
Ah,
Renda.
e essa aqui é samambaia, né?
Isso.
Tô pensando... em inglês é fern. É, fern, ok. Então tem todas elas aqui?
Quase todas.
Quase todas? Ok.
Tem mais de 12 mil espécies, então não tem como colocar todas aqui.
2 mil?
12 mil.
12 mil?
12 mil.
Wow. Okay. So in this greenhouse, they have some, just not all of the specimens, but just very beautiful different types of specimens of ferns. And there's apparently over 12,000 of them. And they're not obviously going to all be here, but these are just some really cool varieties. And I'm pretty sure a lot of these we don't see in the States, but it's absolutely incredible to see like the varieties of ferns that, I mean, some of them don't even look like a fern. And it just like reminds me of how beautiful these plants are and how versatile they can be. And look at the staghorn too. And if we go to this side, there's also some more varieties. It's just so pretty. And this just kind of talks about the biology of them. Wow. Absolutely incredible. So when I mentioned before how like just wild things grow on tree trunks, this is what I mean. We have monsteras just growing up on trees. And sometimes you'll see variegated ones. Last time I was here, I saw ones that had just a bunch of white leaves, just like nonchalant, just casually growing. And I was like, if they only knew how rare and beautiful this is, it's just mind-boggling to me. But just pay close attention to how orchids and, monsteras and other types of plants just grow up on the trunks of so many trees. And also pay attention to the roots, because so many of them just go into the ground, and just look at how massive they are. Absolutely incredible. Oh, wow. Wow. So look at this beautiful flower. Whoa, what is that? Hold on. I want my brother holding this up. I'm gonna smell it. It smells like roses. Wow, that is so cool. And there's a giant bug in there. So hold on, Mateo. And I just spotted a lizard. We're gonna see if we can catch it. It just jumped in here. A big lizard. Let's see. Maybe he's hiding. Oh, darn it, he might be hiding now. Shoot, it was a big lizard. Yeah, it looked like an iguana.
Did it go in there?
Yeah.
And it's in the house. Maybe it went in there to cool down.
Yeah, bummer. We'll keep an eye out and find another one, okay? And right in here, you have a little resting area where you can come and have lunch. Or if you want to bring a picnic, there are tables set up in here as well. But it's just like a little hangout area, which is really sweet. Look at this bee just hovering over here. You guys see it? Oh, flew away. And just look at the backdrop with the mountains up there. Look at how gorgeous that is. very, very beautiful. The scent in here is unbelievable. It smells like jasmine. And I tried to find out where it's coming from, but I can't. But I think it's probably these trees. Oh, it's so, so yummy. See that seed pod? That comes from this tree over here. Isn't that cool? It's huge.
That's a leaf.
And look at the leaves.
I found a cat.
He found a stick. Obrigado. Thank you. Look at how beautiful these bamboos are. And this is exactly where we saw all of the monkeys last time. And I was trying to find them, but I was talking to some of the workers and they said they're just scattered everywhere. So you just have to kind of look up and keep an eye out. Because sometimes you'll also just see a school of them running out of these clusters of trees. And you just have to really keep your eye out because anything can just pop out. I love all of the stone walls too. That's very popular in Brazil, is these types of stone walls. And a lot of them are just so ancient and old. Just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I don't know if my mic will pick this up, but if you just stand here very quietly, you can almost just hear like the bamboos growing. It's the oddest thing. So beautiful. All right, I just stumbled across this area full of beautiful grasses and palms and these pink plants over here. I think these are cordyline. The variety almost looks like Maria, but I'm not 100% sure. But there is a tag. I don't know if that's, I don't think that belongs to these. I believe these are red ginger, if I'm not mistaken. Alpinia? Gosh, I know I've seen these before. Maybe one of you guys know. Just look at how stunning that is. Wow. And look, they have snake plants just growing in the wild everywhere. We've seen snake plants everywhere around here. But just look at this view from in here. Wow. Here's what I mean about the orchids. Do you see how they just tie them onto the trees and they just take off and start growing on their own? And you see that all over the city too, which is pretty interesting. We saw one tree and I kicked myself because I didn't have my camera with me or my phone. And they had several different varieties of orchids on this one tree. It was so cool. And it just shows you how there's just surprises everywhere. Wow. Look at this. Oh my gosh, what is that? Huh. Some sort of vine. Wow. That is so neat. I've never seen this before. I hope you guys are enjoying the tour so far. There's just so much to see. Everybody else stayed back to continue just hanging out and resting for a bit because we've been doing a lot of walking. And we are going to go into the orchid house now, and I'm going to show you how incredible these orchids are. Before we do that, I just wanted to show you the backdrop to this place. Look at how beautiful those mountains are. It is absolutely stunning. And I see they have a lot of plants in here, so I'm assuming that these are propagations that they continuously add out into the landscape. But oh my gosh, what beauty. Okay, let's cross over into the orchid house. Just look at how beautiful this is. There's so much sound that's just so stimulating to your senses here. You have the birds, the monkeys, the wind just, blowing the trees and the leaves, and then water, of course. It's just absolutely magical. These are the bromelias. Look at how beautiful they are. I've never seen so many beautiful varieties. Oh my gosh. Look at these beautiful pink ones and peachy colored. Oh, so stunning. Wow. This is so beautiful, you guys. It's so calm and serene in here. Wow. So unfortunately, the greenhouse or the orchid house is under maintenance. So they are closed. I'm so bummed, but I do have beautiful pictures that I'm gonna pop up right now from our trip last year. So you will get to see how incredible this orchid house is. It blows my mind every single time. So that is the main house. And if we just walk up here, we also have some beautiful ones we can look at that are open. And it's right next to all of the bee houses, which we'll swing by in just a second. Now, there's not going to be nearly as many varieties in here as there are in the other orchid house, but you can still just appreciate all of the beautiful varieties that are in here. Wow, that doesn't even look real. Just the details on these is amazing. What a beauty, look at this. Just hanging in there. And this green one too. Wow, look at this, you guys. And there's some others here on the other side. Look at this one. It's just so funny to me, or almost unbelievable, I guess is the word I'm looking for, at how many varieties of orchids there are. And if you do a quick Google search of how you breed new orchids or you discover new orchids, it is so intense and absolutely fascinating to me that, I mean, it just takes so much time and effort and things have to be very precise. So once you learn that, it kind of gives you a different appreciation for these beautiful, beautiful flowers. And they're very different from what we would see at a grocery store. Look at this one. Wow. I'm going to show Mateo, he's got his little fan, some of the bees because I'm determined to make him love bees as much as I do and not be afraid of them. Look at this. Come here. Do you see them? Look at the bees. Look at that. Do you see? They're going in there. They're making honey.
I like honey.
You like honey?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
And I have so many.
There's so many.
Yeah.
Can you hear them? Well, I think we hear your fan.
Yeah.
You can kind of hear them buzzing a little bit. And look, there's different varieties. Come here. Let me show you these.
Ooh.
Look at this one. Look at the little hole that they made. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, number 4.
Yeah.
And number 3.
Let's see, what about down there? Let's see if we can find a bigger one over here. No, these are little too. And look, look, one is coming out. Oh, she's afraid. Did you see they went back inside? Yeah. Wow, isn't that cool? Yeah, you can't touch them. Do you see the sign? Look at this. And look at all of these bees up here. Wow, look at these, Mateo. Look at how little they are. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Can you see them? Okay, Anina's gonna take a picture. Hold on. Look, did you see the one up there? Look at the bee house up there.
Ooh, I did it.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
This is usually where I see the birds of paradise and some other beautiful flowers. Look at this flower. You see that? Look at that. So originally this used to be a sugar house, and then it became a gunpowder house, and this shows you like the materials that they use to make it, but it's so old and so unique. Oh my gosh, these things are just like, these are artifacts.
Oh my gosh, these are all broken.
They are all broken. These are historical artifacts.
Yeah, people used to eat and they drink with those cups.
Yeah, they they do need to drink and eat with those cups, but they're broken.
Yeah.
Wow. So one of the workers was just telling us how these bricks, these back in the day, they didn't have cement. So these were built with whale fat. And it's one of the buildings that withstood a explosion back in the day. And then these tiles on the roof, a lot of these darker ones, these are very old, and these were made by the slaves way back in the day. So if you think about the history, the historical just monument of this single building has, it's so incredible that it's still here and now we get to see it. So it's just a little bit eye-opening, and you kind of step back and appreciate history even more. Look right above you. Look, here they come. Here they come. Here's one right here.
Come on, fight here.
If you go too close, then yeah. So we'll just stay here and watch them. I wonder where they're going. Over
I don't
there
know.
For some lunch, I bet.
Maybe.
That's a nut, please.
Yeah?
Sit in your... Well, we're going to go in the ice cream, but sit in your pram.
We see a lot of them going into the bamboo area.
You need another drink?
This is so cool. They're everywhere here.
That's the mummy and the baby.
Here's a little monkey.
No,
Yeah, and look,
it's the mummy
there's a baby on its back.
the baby's on the mummy's back.
Here they go. They literally just walk right by you. Isn't that great?
Oh
We
my
found a big
goodness.
fish. Look at this one.
What?
Wow. Look at
I
how
didn't
big it
think
is.
They would be that big.
Mm-hmm. They're
What?
huge.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that pretty?
I want a bigger one.
You want a bigger one. Ooh, okay. Let's continue looking. Guys, we are going to end the video here. It is getting really warm, right?
Yeah.
We saw a lot of good stuff. We are going to go get some ice cream now and just cool off. I hope you guys enjoyed today's tour. I will link some information down below in the description box, but if you do come out here, I know it's a long ways, but if you do come out here to Brazil, make sure you make your way down to the Botanical Garden. I promise you.
And a lot of flies here.
Oh, yep. A lot of what?
Flies.
Oh, a lot of flies. So bring bug spray when you come down and sunblock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today in the Botanical Gardens of Rio, and we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.